Hi everybody, so here is another fountain pen by Stüdyo Ağaçkakan in Turkey that I spotted at the Tokyo International Pen Show in November 2023 in Minato City in Tokyo. This came in a box like so with this UV glossy print with the logo of the studio. I believe Ağaçkakan is a woodpecker. I'll let Mehmet pronounce the studio himself. Give me a minute.
Stüdyo Ağaçkakan. Stüdyo Ağaçkakan.
So, and it came in this elegant all black box and a sleeve, and under the sleeve is a box. Contained within it is the Urushi Raden pen, a fountain pen, and a couple of wipe cloth that you often found with glasses, with QR codes, which I would assume will direct you to their website. A couple of pen wrapped or pen bags made of undyed, what looks like cotton, but I can't be sure, with the studio logo on it. And the other one is made to look, or it reminds me of a lot of these kimono fabric fountain pen wraps that we've seen around a lot of. This is the pen. The Urushi layering feels really good. It looks smooth, it looks good. I'm not trained enough in my eyes. My eyes are not trained enough to be able to see whether the layering is thick enough, but it's definitely fine, good quality, no air bubble. There's no snags. Aesthetically, it's very pleasing. The Paua shells, or the Abalone shells there, the inlaid Raden work is very well done, very well patterned. I noticed that a lot of the terminologies that we use for lacquer work on fountain pens, with fountain pens, are Japanese. I know that lacquer technique's not exclusively Japanese, but Japan has a long-standing history of fountain pens and lacquering. So this is the Raden, and we call this Paua. I think it's more commonly known as Abalone. My husband is particularly enamored by this. The nib is Yovo 14 karat gold, 1.1 millimeters stub. One of the things about fountain pen shows is that you have nibmeisters there usually, and you can custom grind your nibs. With a lot of the smaller creators, the nibs came standard, fine, extra fine, broad, medium, and then stubs, for variety, italics, I suppose. And then if you want anything else, you'll have to grind them yourself. And so this comes with a standard nib. It's very well done here. As you can see, I'm not sure what the feed is. It feels like plastic. So this very, very, as you can see here, very well done, both the Urushi and the Raden. And let's face it, for pens like this, for me at least, I am really buying for the craftsmanship of the body. I tend to gravitate towards platinum and sailor for nibs. Very, very well done. I'm also quite partial to cigar-shaped pens. I love curvatures. I don't often prefer angular shapes. So it's beautifully made. This is the other cloth bag or wrapped or pouch that's made from materials, which reminds me of the very popular kimono material wraps. Vintage kimonos aren't worn in Japan, from what I understand from my Japanese friends, and so often they are sold in front of the temples in Kyoto in what sounds to me like a flea market for vintage kimonos. So there it is. The outer layer feels like raw silk, but in the inside it's definitely synthetic. The layering of this little slithers of Paua shells or abalone shells are particularly intriguing to me, because in my memory, in my mind's eye, it looks like a continuous curves of lines when in fact it is pieces of it lined together in such a way that it looks, or that on a glance, on a quick glance, it gives the impression of a continuing lines and curves throughout the pen. So it's very beautiful. So upon unboxing, it all feels in place. It feels good to the touch. Eyeballing it, it looks really good. The Urushi Raden craftsmanship is good. And this is from Stüdyo Ağaçkakan, once again in Turkey. Now it remains to be seen whether the nib is going to perform as expected. So I'll ink the pen and I'll show you, and whether the cap is going to be sufficiently protective of the wetness of the ink and how long for, and also how each studio tuned them, whether it's nicely tuned or not, whether it's well installed. And so a lot of this will have to be reviewed after I use them, maybe for a year. I usually will do a review after a year, so I might see you then. For the moment, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later.